Hello and welcome back to another brand new episode of MotoGP 22 Career Mode. Now, as you can see by the bottom of the screen, we have some more headquarter upgrades, factory upgrades for the bike. But first of all, in today's episode, we are off to the Catalunya Grand Prix in Barcelona. But first off, we're going to just go into the headquarters. Now, I haven't done any upgrades. I can't do any frame upgrades. I'm just a slight bit short of 100 resources. And in here, I can pretty much do anything I want. Now, I'm not going to do anything yet. Mainly for the fact is, in career mode, usually with the lower classes, you hit a tipping point where you go from 1 week being competitive to next week having an overpowered bike, and I don't want to hit that. So I want to see. In Mugello, I was slightly under equipped bike wise, whereas I think in Catalunya maybe we might be better. So maybe engine maybe cease for the rest of the year, and I might just do some more chassis upgrades, but we'll see. But for now, it's time to jump into Barcelona. I'll catch you at the end of free practice. So, end of free practice, we have topped the session. Now, that was a pretty good lap for me, not gonna lie, on worn tyres, and I believe it might have been on power too, so we definitely should have more time in the bank for qualifying. But it looks like the AI once again seem pretty well paced, so I'm looking forward to a pretty difficult qualifying session. Let's jump in. Massive issues here in qualifying. First lap wasn't great. Second lap nearly crashed. Third lap we just did was poor. Now you have 1.2 laps of fuel left. I'm going to have to manually manage fuel throughout this lap on a worn set of softs. This could be a interesting lap. We're absolutely nowhere at the moment down in P16. I'm going to run power 3 for as long as I can. Far too many mistakes on my laps have just cost me at the moment. .8 of a lap. We're going to have to just save a bit of fuel into this sector here. Try and get high corner speed through 8 up towards 9 we come in 4th gear. Bit of a glitch at the moment in turn 10. Let's see, as I get here, you can't get full lean through the corner for some reason. Braking deep. You just see now the bike starts to get picked up just there. Now I'm stuck at this lean angle, can't turn anymore. We are catching Tatai, which is a positive, I would suppose. But doesn't look to be of any use to me. Into the final corner we come. Out the last corner in the slipstream. It's going to be a quarter of a second improvement. So, the top 3 separated by half a tenth. Top 8 separated by 2 tenths. We are, Foggy 10th, Mino 11th. I'm 14th. I was only 0.3 off, so my fast lap of the weekend did come, thankfully, in Q2. Pretty poor lap overall. Mistakes, had to manage my fuel. Not ideal, but we're going to give it a great effort in the race. One of my favourite and best tracks. Going to need a bit of a comeback though. So, we're going to go stock setup once again. I've gone with a hard rear. It's what's recommended. A few laps in practice on a medium rear, and it did cook itself. I don't have much hope really for my tyre wear in this race, because usually if I have to run a hard, the overall tyre compounds are too soft for me. So let's hope that the recent suspension and frame upgrades have really helped the bike on the tyre consumption, but I'm not very confident in this one. It's going to be a race of 2 halves, I believe. We're going to have to really manage our pace at the start to have a bit of a fight towards the end, but we also need to try and push forward through the pack. So it's going to be a 150 mile an hour game of chess is what I'll call this race. So let's see how we get on. Wish me luck. So as expected, hard tyres on the rear throughout the grid. Oh, what a launch we just got. Alright, we'll pull out to the right. Still keeping the slipstream. Gotta save it a few now. I'm gonna have to brake late into one. Follow on through. We're into P4. What a start that is. Jaume Masia leads. Izan Guevara in P2. When I touch the curb, no. All my hard work. Oh, sorry, John. I'm gonna just go defensive a touch. There's a crash further back. Big crash. Load the riders down. We're getting beaten up now. This is where the fun begins. Gotta see if the brakes off and Foggia. Already trying to use power 3 to stick with these boys. That was a big mistake at the start there, touching that curb in turn 3. Gonna just lift Foggia up off the apex. Guarantee he didn't get a track limits warning for that green cut. Oh, happened to really take a couple of goals at the corner. Oh, he's moving over on the brakes. We're definitely stronger on the brakes, which is a benefit. Then through here, it doesn't turn. So, overall, a pretty successful opening lap. Could have been better though, if we managed to keep that P4. The AI get out of the corner so much better than me. It's not fair at all. Into the last corner we come. Good punch off the final corner. Into 6th gear, power 3, slipstream from air to gas. We are catching 153. Just kissing the limiter. Have a look at it on the outside, but we just don't. We actually run deep and push him wide too. There's one of the MTA bikes behind me. It is, you see Yamanaka, and that's a Dennis Foggia coming through the middle, and he's just lifting me up, pushing me wide. So it looks like I was wrong. The hard tire is holding up quite well, and it is literally pushed from every corner so far. Oh, contact. There's no tire saving going on at the moment, but we need to beat this man on the Leopard Honda. Not very easy though. Our pace isn't that good this weekend, which is a shame. Oh, lost the front. I'm gonna have to cut the track there. Got a warning. Got passed by 3 bikes first. Could have been even 4. So already you're nearly back down to where we qualified. Again, the AI just are so overpowered this track. It's so annoying. So it looks like we still need more upgrades, as they seem to have the cheat codes still working pretty well for them. It's going to be tough to get a result here today. Good run though. Very good run this time. Just pull out nice and early. Should be able to get the move done on the brakes, but the slipstream effect really helped us. Let's go brake him. But no, we're not getting it stopped. We're not getting that one stopped. So it looks like they are demons on the brake into turn 1. And they seem pretty weak everywhere else, which is a bit odd. But we are fighting for every inch of this racetrack at the moment, because we have no choice. We're just being outpaced by the riders behind. Look at that, they're just riding around the outside of me. I have very little confidence in this bike at the moment, especially when I feel like I'm a mobile chicane. Try and stick with Sasaki. For some reason, just look at the way. Look, I don't understand how they have so much more power out of the corner than me. I have to run power 3 for a lot longer. They mustn't be running power 3 at all, or power 2 at all. They must be just power 3 all the time. Go to the outside. Hit him up the back though, but we just cut across his nose. This should be the move done. Now look at the way it doesn't turn, but it'll turn for the AI though. Oh, Milestone, what have you done to this AI? That is Mino behind me. Of course, he crashed out in the last race in Magello. He won't want a repeat of that. We got a good run on Sasaki. Look, our pace is so far off over the eye. Oh, crash in front. And it's for Dennis Fudge. I do not believe it. 2 races in a row, 2 championship contenders out. Now, the star part is I'm in P16 and Mino's in P15. We're gaining 1 point on him in total. Well, I'm not even gaining, Mino's gaining. So we have to try and score a few points now. That Fudge is getting a big fat 0. Don't understand why the bike is so poor around this track. Seemed pretty good out of the last corner. It says that, gets it all wrong. Good ride on Mino, 50.6, still quite slow. Oh, please pick up, please stop, thank you. Mino though just goes straight inside of me. Back into P15, not good enough though. We need pretty much to pass everyone in front for this to be a decent race. This group here of about 5 riders, that'll get me to the top 10 I believe. At this point now I'm just going to risk a crash because coming home in P16 is worth nothing to me, whereas if I throw a bike at it I might be able to do something. Oh, the front is gone every corner at this point. So over the limit, there is a crash imminent if I'm not careful. Through 9 we come, just does not turn. Good drive though, or good corner speed. Gonna go to the inside, do the brake off. Picking Artola, I believe, up off the racing line. Yeah, the flag further back. John McPhee's crashed out at P3. 2 bikes down in front. That puts me a few positions. Oh, I got the last corner wrong over that. Got that all wrong over the last. I was looking at the other bikes. Look at the run from Garcia. Oh, that's horrific. We're not going to be able to outbrake him here. Just save it a few. He's pushed me onto the curb. Stop you into one. Gonna run on. That's Mino coming through. And John McPhee, who just has crashed. So yeah, that's nice. Thanks. Nice game. I have incredibly tiny respawns. Oh, we're out of points again. This has been like a Qatar around Argentina. Well, no, at least in Argentina I'd pace. Around here I just have no pace. I'm chasing everything on the brakes. Oh, big bobble through there. Again, look at the curbs, you can't change direction on them. And I'm just being dive bombed left, right and centre. P21. When they move across, I'm going to leave the brakes off. I'll just sit my teammate up. I'm sure he'll understand. That's the pole man, Eisen Guevara there. Down, he must have crashed as well of some sort. Oh, he's Definitely going to crash doing lines like that. Look, it's maybe now Dan's Fodja. This has just been a nightmare race. Oh my Jesus. We're going to be last. We're going to finish this race last. On to the last lap, P27. There's something horrifically wrong with this bike. I cannot ride it. And the AI have a massive advantage. Look at that, like, look at that. I'm braking as late as I can, and then the Fudge has crashed again. Oh, what a round this would have been for me if I could have made up some points. But I've been on the limit here, and I'm going to come home the last of the finishers. I'm in shock with this one. I've well and truly just been bullied around this track and just outperformed machinery wise. Don't have the bike where the AI do. John Messi has just crashed out of the lead. What is going on up ahead? Oh, I've taken a second go at that corner. I got it all wrong. Out onto the green. We are actually going to come home in last. I don't believe this. Tola and Vodja have crashed behind me. Out of 29 and 30th place somehow. Don't know what they're doing behind me. I'm lost for words. Track that I thought would be so strong. Oh, P28. Don't really know what to say about that one. So, Diego Moreira has won his first race ahead of Yamanaka and Anchu on the podium. Thankfully for us, it looks like most of our championship rivals didn't score points. P13 for Mino. Obviously, Ives out of the points, as well as Fodja. My fast lap at 50.4. Most of the I were in 49s. I just couldn't do it in the race for some reason. Maybe it was worth a chance at the medium, but the medium overheated. I had massive chatter in the front. Couldn't brake as late as DI. They were getting out of the corner. They were cooking the straight. They could change direction better. They were more aggressive than me. So we have work to do. So let's look at the championship. I'm a bit nervous. We unfortunately have dropped down to P3. Artigas with a decent result on P4 goes up to P2 in the championship. So looks like Mino is out of it now. Mino has a bad round there again. Yeah, Mino. Yeah, you'd say Diogo Moreira, 36 points off, is probably out of it, and same with Ortolo down. Mino maybe, Messia maybe. Even 15 points back now. I'm not too confident with this one at the moment. It's going to be a tough one with the condition of our bike. It's just such a dog at the moment. So we're going to go in straight away, go with the better reactivity one. We're going to stick everyone on it. Anyone left over, they're snoozing. Two of them, they actually do nothing. So confirm, we're going to keep them at that. That's 3 weeks from now for better reactivity. We have an engine one. Fuel consumption reduction. Maximum torque increase. We'll go for last power upgrade. Get the two of them on it. Oh, no, never mind. Who are the two people that are idle? So you and you are the only people. That makes it 13 weeks. So will we get it by the end of the year? Presumably. So we'll have a quick look at the calendar. So 3 weeks from now means after Aston we get our next frame one, and then before Aragon we got our next engine one. So pretty much have the same engine for the rest of the season up until pretty much the flyovers or flyaways. So we're a bit underpowered. We're gonna have to play with some gearing, maybe a bit of suspension. I'm gonna have to maybe dial the bike in a bit more in practice. Maybe that's the issue, that it's just set up wrong for me. But yeah, that's a disappointing episode. I'm really annoyed about that one because Catalunya usually is such a good track for me. I absolutely adore it, and I just no confidence with this bike around there. Oh, back to the opening rounds of the season where I was left confused and a bit disheartened after the race, but what can you do? We'll try again in Saxring in the next episode. But I'm going to leave it there. Hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, drop a like down below, and I shall catch you all in the next episode. Thanks once again for watching. See you in the next one.